Welcome to the world of 4-H, and thank you for volunteering to judge 4-H Cloverleaf Project Achievement. With over 32,000 youth competing annually, Project Achievement is one of the most popular programs in Georgia 4-H. This core program enables youth to acquire an understanding of their project area and develop skills in researching, assembling, and presenting information. 4th through 6th graders will choose a topic, research that topic, write a 5-minute speech including the use of visual aids, and present the information in front of their peers. They may choose from over 50 project areas, ranging from target sports to dairy foods, with nearly every topic of interest or educational area available for exploration and presentation. Many youth relate project achievement to show and tell. They are showing visuals as they tell of their research and personal experiences. For some, 4-H project achievement may be their first encounter with speaking in public. It is important for you to support youth through this process and encourage their continued growth. Our hope is that this competition is a positive and enjoyable experience for them as they develop life skills. The professionalism of judges is very important as youth look to you as their role model. It is essential that you act and dress the part. Judges should be well-groomed and dressed in business casual attire. Cell phones are allowed in the competition room for timing speeches, but be certain they are placed on silent. Please be sure you are prepared to serve as a positive example for the youth at your contest. Your encouraging words may be what inspire our youth to continue in 4-H and project achievement for years to come. Preparation. Prior to the contest, a 4-H staff member will communicate what projects you will judge at the competition. You should review the objectives in advance for your assigned projects. Please be sure you are familiar with the expectations of the project and the content area before the event. At least 2 judges will score each Cloverleaf project, a lead judge and an assistant judge. The assistant judge may be an adult or teen leader. An appropriate task for this judge would be to serve as the timekeeper, assist youth in finding their project room, or assist the lead judge in duties as needed. The assistant judge should bring a timing device such as a watch or phone to assist with timekeeping. While both judges' scores count the same percentage, the assistant judge's primary role is support. The lead judge is an adult and serves as the contest facilitator and classroom host. Prior to the contest, a judge's orientation will provide specific details for the day. It is the responsibility of the lead judge to attend the orientation and pick up the scoring packet. These packets include the project objectives, competition guidelines, a roster of participants, participation ribbons, and information regarding the schedule for the day. Greet presenters as they enter the project room. Help youth feel comfortable and at ease. Make sure they are in the correct classroom for their project. If the classroom is full, it is appropriate to ask parents and guests to stand along the classroom walls or wait outside of the classroom to ensure that all presenters have a seat and space for project materials in the classroom. Call roll. Use the provided roster to call 4-H'ers names. Check name, county, grades, and projects of contestants closely. In the case of additions and/or deletions, be sure to note the name, county, and grade. If you find a child is in the wrong project, send them to the correct demonstration room. You may ask the assistant judge or an available teen leader or volunteer to escort them to their correct classroom. If there is not enough time to send them to the correct location, judge them with the youth in your project. Scoring is a judgment call. Do not take points away if you feel it was a leader's mistake in putting them in the wrong project. But you shouldn't take away a placing from a child who is in the right project and would have placed if that person had not presented. You may deduct points in accuracy of information if you feel they are in the wrong project. Contact the program development coordinator to make them aware of the situation. Ideally, all youth will be placed in the correct classroom or moved into the correct classroom prior to the conclusion of the competition. But this doesn't always happen. Either way, it's important that this youth has the opportunity to present his project work to a judge for a score. Set a presentation order. You may elect to draw for the order of presentation, let 4-Hers volunteer, or announce that youth will present in the order of your roll sheet. The preference is yours. However, make sure you announce the order for the group to understand the process. Be sure to use simple, short directions. Judge competition groups together. It is important that you judge all presentations in the same project at the same time. For example, all 4th and 5th graders in the Dog Care and Training project should present during the same time frame. 6th grade dog care and training participants may all present before, after, or even in another classroom from the 4th and 5th graders. 4th and 5th graders compete in the same project against 4th and 5th graders. 6th graders compete in the same project only against other 6th graders. At the conclusion of the presentation, it is not appropriate for either judge to ask questions or provide feedback for general presentations in Cloverleaf Project Achievement. The only exception is creative stitchery, where youth provide an item they created and judges may ask questions about it. 4th through 6th graders are still engaging in cognitive and social development and may not always understand others' points of view or abstract thinking. These youth aim to please adults and find justice and equality important during this stage of life. To encourage youth development, it is imperative we are not comparing youth with each other. Once all presentations have been given in a project, it is appropriate to commend all Cloverleaf participants as a group for having the courage to deliver a presentation before judges and peers in their competition. Encourage them to continue their journey in 4-H and to compete in project achievement again next year. Be sure you give each competitor a green ribbon and provide information for the next item on their agenda. Again, it is not appropriate to ask questions or give any specific feedback to Cloverleaf presenters. As a judge, a participant or a parent may ask you for feedback or suggestions for improvement. Remember to have a positive and encouraging response. Before dismissing the group, remind participants to clean up their belongings. They should leave the classroom better than they found it. Next, let's investigate the project. Cloverleaf 4-H members are typically taught that a quality presentation is built like a hamburger. This method introduces the components of a quality presentation: introduction, body, and conclusion, as well as the extras, descriptive words, visual aids, and expression. Youth are taught to grab the audience's attention through a variety of ways while also making sure the audience receives an introduction of their presentation topic. The body is the most important part, made up of 3 to 5 main points within the project area. The conclusion restates the main points, gives the audience an action step, and relates back to the introduction. In between the 3 main components of a quality presentation are the uses of descriptive words, expression, as well as visual aids. Descriptive words give the speech its appeal. They create flavor, color, style, and interest for the audience. Expression is used to draw attention so the audience listens. Youth should use inflection in their voices to emphasize points and speak in a tone to be easily understood. Visual aids give visual cues to better understand the topic addressed while also providing visual stimulation to keep the attention of the audience. Visual aids may include a variety of items, including trifold boards, posters, models, supplies, equipment, and more. Not limited to the use of posters, youth may choose to demonstrate a skill during their presentation, such as how to make a craft or a simple science experiment. Now that you know what components make up a quality 4-H presentation, let's look at what criteria are used for the scorecard. The provided scorecard is divided into 7 general areas: appearance, orderly progress, researched information, coverage of subject, delivery, visual aids, and time. Appearance is worth a total of 10 points. Youth should be well-groomed and dressed appropriately for their projects. Hair should be neatly combed or brushed and out of the face, and jewelry should not distract the audience. Please note one person's nice clothing may not be the same for others. Generally, youth should be neat and clean for presentations. Youth could also wear clothing appropriate for their presentation theme. For example, youth may wear a sports uniform in the sports project or a country's traditional dress for the international project. If they are demonstrating yoga techniques, they may wear an outfit that allows for movement. Orderly progress is the first of 3 scoring areas worth 20 points each. An excellent speech should flow from point to point, linked by transition sentences. A presentation with excellent orderly progress shows that a youth has mastered the skill of organizing their ideas and researched their topic in a systematic manner. Their presentation should include an introduction, body, and conclusion, and each idea should flow in a logical manner. However, a common occurrence is a lack of conclusion. Youth may end their presentation abruptly with no clear ending point. The scorecard gives guidance on how to score for orderly progress. Researched information. Understanding how to locate, understand, and incorporate research-based information into their presentation is one of the most valuable skills learned through project achievement. Comprising 20 points of the score, youth must research to provide quality information in their presentation. Some information given may be incorrect or outdated and should be judged as such. Citing researched information in a presentation is another way of telling the audience where the information came from and confirms the research completed. Including research-based information aids youth in covering the subject. Coverage of subject is the next part of the scorecard and is also worth 20 points. Regardless of the topic selected, coverage of subject includes how thoroughly the 4-H'er explained the facts and information about their project. Presentations may include providing steps in a process or giving information and facts. At the conclusion of the presentation, the audience should have a complete understanding of what the 4-H'er was presenting. One can have all the facts to properly cover the subject and present in an orderly progression, but still lack delivery skills. Delivery is worth 15 points and includes volume of voice, use of correct grammar, eye contact, and use of notes. Remember, this may be the first time youth have presented information in public, not to mention in a competition. Points should not automatically be taken off because a Cloverleaf 4-H'er uses notes. Youth will generally be nervous, some speak softer than others, and many are not as confident in their presentation abilities. Some youth will start out well and then fade into their notes, while others may read their speech entirely from note cards. The use of notes can be distracting, but so can someone who has memorized their speech so well that when they get lost, they repeat sections already given. Points should be deducted if 4-H'ers read their notes or if excessive use of notes interferes with their presentation. However, delivery is more than just the amount of time youth use note cards. Voice, language, posture, eye contact, and gestures are all key components to delivery. A youth that does well in this area will speak consistently, not too slow or too fast, make eye contact, pronounce words correctly, seem enthusiastic, have good posture, and use appropriate gestures. A best practice of effectively delivering a presentation is in utilizing visual aids. Visual aids are critical for a quality presentation and make up 10 points. Visuals may entail a variety of items, ranging from trifold boards to the use of traditional posters. They may choose to create a model display, use equipment to aid in explanation, use props to further enhance their project, or demonstrate a skill. Digital posters may be created by some, while others create hand-cut boards and lettering. No matter the type of visual aid used, they should be effective in relaying or clarifying information to the audience. Visuals that are difficult to read and distract from the overall message or do not have much to contribute should be judged appropriately. Visuals do not have to be made by the 4-H'er, and some youth may have more resources to create their display than others. Therefore, visuals should not be judged on their professional appearance, including artwork, professional printing, and expense of props. Visuals should be judged on their effectiveness to the presentation, ease of readability, including spelling and grammar, and ease of use by the presenter. It is important to note, the public speaking project does not require any visuals or posters and has a modified scorecard. Slides, videos, and computers may only be used in the photography, communication, and computer projects only. Overheads and tape recorders or other sound equipment may be used in all projects. Live animals, no matter how large or small, or anything that could be considered a weapon, are not allowed at the competition. 4-H'ers should be judged on the content of their presentation, not by the equipment used. Finally, the presentation needs to be completed in a timely manner. In the area of time, points are only deducted if the speech goes over 6 minutes. As long as the 4-H'er speaks less than 6 minutes, he or she should earn 5 points in this section. The scorecard shows how to score this area. If the speech is very short, the presenter should lose points in other areas of the scorecard, such as coverage of subject, researched information, or orderly progress. Remember, unless the presentation is over 6 minutes, no points should be deducted from the time score. There is a 5-minute setup time limit for presentations, and 4-H'ers may use assistance as necessary to set up within the limit. The setup time begins once the previous presenter has cleared away his or her materials and the presenter begins setup. Please bring a timing device, a phone or watch, to assist with scoring the time section. Please do not set a timer that will buzz or make noise if the speech meets the time limit. Now that we've investigated the scorecard, let's take a look at scoring. Scoring. Both judges will score all participants independently by giving them a numerical score on the provided scorecard. There should be no conferring with other judges, adding, or averaging. Simply, write lead judge, judge 1 or judge 2. Enter a score. Please do not tie anyone. For Cloverleaf projects, the demonstration counts 100% of the total score. Mark through any no-shows on the score sheet. Add any new competitors. You may have a competitor who is not on your list. Make sure you list their first and last name and county and add them to the correct project and grade. Once you've completed the judging of a project, place score sheets in the labeled envelope and return all materials and score sheets to the competition headquarters or send by a score runner. If you judge multiple projects, please be sure to submit scores once each project is completed. As you score a 4-H demonstration for Cloverleaf youth, please remember that this might be the first time for many of these youth to participate in this type of experience. While we strive to maintain consistency in our training of judges, we do want judges to understand that Georgia 4-H intends this to be a positive learning experience for all. Many times, 4-H leaders will provide scores to 4-H members to help them improve. 4th through 6th graders want to please adults, and some youth may equate their score to a letter grade they may receive at school. Therefore, while a youth may deserve a much lower score, it is our intent for youth not to be discouraged upon receiving their scores. It is admirable for youth to complete the project achievement process with their presentation, performance, or demonstration work. Studies show that some people fear public speaking more than death. Georgia 4-H offers youth a safe, nurturing place to develop their skill and gain poise and self-confidence that will help benefit them for the rest of their lives. You are an integral part of our young people's success. Thank you for playing a major role in this growth process. Your time and input are greatly appreciated. Listening to and providing constructive scores to these 4-H'ers is a crucial part of our contest. But more importantly, your participation shows our youth that adults are interested in them and want to see them succeed. Please know how much we appreciate the time you are committing to join us in this valuable youth development. As this video concludes, please watch several of the presentation examples to gain a better understanding of what is to come as you perform your duty as a judge. Thank you. We hope you enjoy judging at Cloverleaf Project Achievement.